All right, let's get right into it. If you're a speaker, a salesperson, a performer, heck, if your job is to stand in front of any other human being and make an impact, then you need to listen up. This is for you. We're tearing down Chris Doc Strange's no BS guide to absolutely owning a room. No fluff, no theory, this is the playbook. So let's just ask the real question, right? Why are you leaving impact, influence, and, let's be honest, money on the table? Every single time you fail to connect, every time your point just doesn't land, every time the audience is looking at their phone instead of you, you're losing. The question isn't if you can do this. The real question is, why are you choosing not to?
Look, let's get one thing straight. The problem isn't some super secret technique you're missing. The real problem, your performance is leaking. It's leaking confidence, it's leaking authenticity, and it is definitely leaking energy. We're not talking about adding a bunch of complicated new stuff. We're talking about plugging the holes. And that starts with a massive mindset shift.
I love this quote from Chris Doc Strange himself, because it's the first wall we got to tear down. It just demolishes this idea that what he does, what any great performer does, is some kind of mystical art. He's telling you straight up, look, if I can do it, you can do it. This isn't about being special, it's about having the playbook and having the guts to actually go out and execute.
And just look at the brutal honesty here. This playbook is going to teach you how to perform like a pro, safely, and in a way that's actually entertaining. What it's not going to teach you is how to rob a bank or some garbage pickup lines. Come on, this is a toolkit for professionals, not a book of cheap tricks for amateurs. It's all about skill, not sorcery.
Okay, now we're at the foundation. Before we get into any tactics, any techniques, you have to get your mindset right. I'm telling you, this is where 99% of people fail before they even start. They're all out there looking for a secret handshake, a magic pill.
And boom, here it is, the first truth bomb. The power isn't in some hidden knowledge you have to pay thousands of dollars for. The power is in the execution. It's in your confidence. It's in understanding that you already have the tools you need. This playbook is just about showing you how to use them, not selling you some fantasy.
All right, mindset is locked in. No secrets, just work. You got it? Good. Now we can get tactical. We're opening up the entertainer's playbook. These are the hard and fast rules of engagement for anyone who steps on a stage, walks into a sales meeting, or even just stands up to give a toast at a wedding. This is the absolute core of everything. Your number one job is not to inform, it's not to sell, it's not even to hypnotize. Your first job always is to be entertaining. Because if you are boring, nothing else you do matters. The audience is the ultimate judge, and trust me, they have a zero-tolerance policy for boredom. You are there for them, period.
Now listen to this because it's so important. Whether you're using a sales script or a comedy routine, if you rely on it word for word, you're going to kill your performance. Why? Because you sound like a robot. You lose all ability to read the room, to react, to just be present. You're basically just reading a memo out loud instead of connecting with actual human beings.
So, how do you operate without a net? You use the no script method. It's simple. First, you familiarize. You have to know your material inside and out, cold. Second, you forget. You let go of the exact wording so you can find your own flow. Third, you read. Read the room, read your subject, read your audience. And finally, you pace. You respond to them, you lead them. You're a DJ mixing a set, not a cassette tape playing on a loop.
And what about when the room gets tough? You know, you get a noisy group in the back, people are hesitant to volunteer. The playbook is crystal clear. You handle it head on. That noisy group, you politely but firmly call them out for the sake of everyone else who paid to be there. Those reluctant volunteers, you give them a reason they just can't refuse. You don't ask for control of the room, you take control.
Yeah, this is pure, raw energy. This is a direct quote from a live show, and it's what cutting through the noise actually looks like. It's a direct challenge, it's totally unapologetic, it grabs the entire room by the collar and screams, "Pay attention." Sometimes you just have to be the one with the most energy and the most nerve.
But listen, that raw energy, it isn't the whole story, not even close. Let's talk about the most critical element, the one thing that makes everything else work. Because without this, you're just a loudmouth. With it, you're a leader. We're talking about the currency of trust. And make no mistake about it, trust is the entire foundation. It is the unspoken contract you make with every single person watching you. They're giving you their attention, their time, their vulnerability. You have to honor that. If they don't trust you, they will never, ever follow you.
Now this is the ethical core of the entire playbook.
don't miss this part. Behind that aggressive stage persona, there is a deep-seated professionalism. Your number one responsibility is to your audience's safety and their well-being, full stop. This isn't about exploiting people, it's about creating an amazing, unforgettable, and safe experience.
Chris Doc Strange says this directly to his volunteers on stage, and it's a truth that you need to burn into your brain. It is not about you. It's about them. You are just the facilitator of their experience. And when you genuinely believe that, when you live that, you build unbreakable trust. And then they become your greatest ambassadors.
Okay, so you've seen the mindset, you've seen the tactics, and you've seen the ethical core. You literally have the keys to the playbook right now. This knowledge, it's an arsenal. So the real question is, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to keep leaking performance? Or are you finally going to step up and command the room?
So let's just recap the core truths. If you forget everything else, remember this. Number 1, there are no secrets. There's only execution. Number 2, your first job is always to entertain. Number 3, trust is your most valuable currency. Don't ever lose it. And number 4, your audience, your volunteers, your clients, they are your ambassadors. Protect them, and they will amplify you to the world.
So this is where we end. The playbook is open. The strategies are all laid out for you. There are no more excuses. The only thing standing between you and the ability to command any room you walk into is you. The question is, are you going to execute?